What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday conversation. Welcome in. So, we got some people coming in from different platforms. It's that daylight savings time, that time of year. Get a little extra sunlight today, but you gotta wake up a little bit earlier, as it seems. You actually don't technically have to wake up any earlier. It's just that's what the clock's saying. Just a number, right? That's how life works. Numbers are gonna tell you how to run your life, but you got to go about your gut. You got to still wake up at the same time internally, but you're gonna get that extra hour of sleep for us Americans. I don't know. Does any other country do that? Does any other country do daylight savings time? Let me know in the chat. I don't know if that's a worldwide phenomenon or if that's just something we do here in the States to just mess with people, make people go crazier than they already are. I don't know. Let me know. But I got a little something planned for you guys today. Yesterday I was just doing some web searching on the internet, clicking around, seeing what's out there, just trying to get more ideas in the business world, trying to get more business minded, seeing what else is out there and seeing how some of these companies really take that leap into being a multi-billion dollar company. And every single year, every single month, there's going to be companies that pop up because they're on the cutting edge of some new technologies. A lot of what you see is AI. A lot of what you see is building stuff e-commerce like and providing value for people that way, different shipping and so there's so much out there. It's always good to just get an update on some of the new companies that are up and coming. So what I've done today for you guys is I've built a list of 5 different companies that I found yesterday. There was a lot to choose from, and it was kind of tough to narrow it down to these 5, but I thought these 5 kind of made the most sense from what I talk about on a weekly perspective on the Sunday conversation. So AI and e-commerce and things like that, but also crypto. There's some e-commerce stuff that we're going to talk about today. Um, so we could jump into that in a few minutes, and it's going to be good. So we're going to be diving into something super excited. These are 5 startups that are shaking things up in the real world, and they're valued pretty high. So they're pushing boundaries, kind of changing technology, solving real problems for real customers. And it's just cool to talk about these because, like I said, it's just they're on the cutting edge. So there's going to be something in here for everybody, no matter what kind of business you're into. So let's get jumping into that too. And I'm gonna pull up the web pages as well. We're gonna check out their landing pages, check out their web pages, and see how they're advertising themselves or converting customers. Um, so let's check it out. What's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Let me Mr. Produce this up so we could get this up on the screen. And I'm gonna have it up on this side, so I'm gonna be looking both screens here for everyone. All right, screen share. Boom. Let me know if you guys could check it out. This is going to be our first one, all right? Perplexity. So if you guys know what Perplexity is, let me know. But what Perplexity is, it's an AI-powered conversation search engine that's taking to the likes of Google in pretty much the easiest way to put it. It's giving you direct answers instead of endless links and kind of like if you use ChatGPT, it just writes out all this long nonsense. It's more of a search engine, Perplexity, all right? So it uses advanced AI models like ChatGPT 4.0 and Claude 3 to understand your questions and then pull the answers real time from the web. So it's not a chatbot, I would say. I would not classify this as a chatbot. But why I think this is cool and why I think it's cutting edge is because you see a lot of what AI is doing. It's really taking away from the Bings, the Googles, the DuckDuckGoes is another one that people may use. And AI is turning itself into a search engine. And so you see now I like using Grok, I like using Gemini, I like using ChatGPT. Now Perplexity is another one, more search engine focused, but this is the type of technology that we're going in. We're moving away from the search engine field and we're diving into this. AI is going to just kind of chat with you and it's going to give you different information based off that. So we could ask it something. We could give it a little prompt, and let's give it something complex. Let's ask it something difficult that maybe I don't understand. Maybe you understand. I got one. So, how does let's see, quantum computing? Oh, computing impact supply chains. All right, pretty advanced topic. Let's see what it comes up with. Gives you a pretty in-depth answer, right? So this is what it is. It gives you, if you ever think about Google and you search Google a question on this, like Google's going to give you the Gemini version, but Perplexity is really going to give you all of this logistics, like optimization and logistics. Going to give you all this different stuff, and it's going to give you sources and all this. I think it's very good. I think it gives you a thread-like reading where you could just go in and you could read a little bit about it. And it can really save you a lot of time as opposed to going on Google, clicking on different links, clicking on different stuff. And I think it's pretty cool. So some of the growth statistics is also something I'm going to talk about for each one of these businesses today. So some of the growth stats that I wrote down with Perplexity. So Perplexity has over 10 million active users and 137 million web visitors a month. So they're pretty popular. They're on fire right now. They're generating $20 million in annual recurring revenue, and they just raised $50 million in December of 2024, hitting a $9 billion evaluation. So that's not, it's not pocket change. That's a legitimate business, and it shows that they're a serious contender with Grok AI and Google Gemini and ChatGPT. So this is a legitimate competitor for those, and they're here to stay. So their disruption angle that they're taking here, and like I said, is more of a search engine. So Google has been untouchable for 25 years now, maybe longer. But they're betting on the shift to AI, Perplexity. They're betting on, and Google's following up with this. Like Google Gemini is not just going to go away. They're a competitor one-on-one with Perplexity. So people want to be in on this conversation. They're not just going to be laying down and letting Perplexity and Google Gemini take the road to this and just clear a path for it. There's going to be other competitors as well, which is what you see in some of these other AI businesses. All right, so I think it's for people who want to search the web, curious minds, people who want to do research high in depth. Like I said, that one simple question I asked, it prompted us with all of this stuff here. And then it gives you the sources up top, so you could go dive in even further, click different links. And again, I think this is a good one. So let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Is this one that you would use? Is this one that you see being big in the future? Because I think this is, and why I wanted to start with this is because I do think this is going to be one of the biggest ones out there, Perplexity. All right. So number 2, let's take a look at it, is going to be Gumroad. All right. So let's go to Gumroad. This is Gumroad's landing page. Oh, where's my notes? Gumroad. All right. So what is Gumroad? A lot of you people might have heard me talk about Gumroad before. This is not the first time I'm talking about it. Gumroad is a platform that helps creators sell digital products like ebooks, art, courses, PDF files, audio files, all that kind of stuff. It's about cutting out the middleman, and it's really a place to drop ship digital products. All right, so a lot of creators, a lot of people that, used to just build stuff from a digital art perspective, a graphic design perspective, they never had a way to sell their products. What they would do is they would use these tools like Canva and Adobe Pro to be able to go in and build these products, Photoshop, just graphic design touching stuff up, but they never had a way to directly sell their products to consumers. They would usually be a service based industry where they would work with YouTubers and they would work with artists and they would get stuff done like that. But now they have a way to, if you're just a creator, you could just put stuff out on the internet and you have people buy it. So some of the stuff I like to look at and who this most affects is the drawings and paintings. So a lot of people are really selling AI stuff. So if you really want to create cool images using AI, Midjourney, I believe, is the best one. It's a little bit on the expensive side. They charge you like, I want to say like $50 for every 1,000 pictures you generate. So it's not, Midjourney's not the cheapest, but from what I could tell, most of all these are generated in Midjourney, right? These are all AI stuff generated. And nobody ever before, I'd say 3 to 4 years ago, was selling AI images on the internet. That was an industry that did not exist. All right, so you come over here, you have 3D assets. Same thing, these are graphic designers building this stuff in different softwares, and right, they're putting them up for sale. So what is Gumroad's role in this? And I think it's really creator empowerment. Their core idea is to simply, if you make something, you can sell it, and you keep most of the money too. Gumroad does have its fees, and we could get into that. But now there's no need for a big platform like Amazon or Etsy to take huge cuts out of your sales. And you could put this link into your Instagram profile where you post all of your stuff. It's like, this is for sale now. Come and get it. They come straight to your Gumroad. They could buy it and they could check out. So it's huge for people who have good skills, graphic design skills, maybe software skills. Maybe you're great at making Excel spreadsheets or whatever it is. You have a way, and you can see by the product categories here, what they fall under. Gumroad can provide that ability for you to sell these products. So Gumroad is not just a storefront. Gumroad also offers a blog to be able to dish out some of your ideas and advice to other creators on the website. So it has a blog feature where you could talk about stuff. And the Gumroad University has free courses on growing your audience. So they'll teach you guys how to grow your audience and all this. So mentorship programs that they offer for people to come on and to be able to sell on Gumroad. So let's get into some of the numbers here of Gumroad. So over 1 million donors have poured $300 million into the creators through Gumroad's website. That's funding for filmmakers, writers, musicians, creators, you name it. Everybody is selling stuff on Gumroad now. And they use a tip-based model with small transaction fees, usually less than 5%. Gumroad, I think, has actually upped their prices since I read this article and wrote that number down. I think it's closer to 10% now. So it is a little bit pricey, but again, you could put stuff up for free. So you don't even have to put any money into this to be able to sell something. They do it for free, but then they're going to take a cut of it. So then once you get big enough and you're making $10,000 in sales, you don't want to take a 10% cut from Gumroad, right? Because that's $1,000. Then you would start to want to transition off of Gumroad. But I think it's great for beginners and people who are graphic designers and have all this and don't actually want to start with the whole business, a website, and then advertising. Gumroad gives you that ability to come on here and just start selling. All right, so in April 2024, they snagged a $50 million Series A funding to boost their nonprofit fundraising tools and their CRM features to get people to be able to sell. So they're not just about small creators anymore. I think this funding is strategizing them to go towards community-driven products where more people could get in on something and people could start working on it. So you have more than just one creator uploading stuff. Now they're going to have a bunch of creators working on one project that then people could work on or people could buy into. There's all different stuff. So again, just wrapping up Gumroad here. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat on TikTok, Facebook, streaming all over the place today. So let me know. So who's this for? I think Gumroad is for small artists, small writers, educators, or anybody with a very specific skill that you could turn into a digital product. You could get this up on Gumroad and you could start selling it almost instantly. All right. All right, switching over to another AI industry product. So this is Cohere. This one is probably the most complex of all the websites that I put on today, but I also think it has some of the most potential. All right, let's clear that out. So Cohere. Cohere builds solutions for businesses offering large language models tailored for their practical use, like automating customer service or analyzing huge amounts of data coming into the company. It's an enterprise-grade AI. So this is for businesses to use. So Cohere has a couple different products that they have in their lineup. Let's see if we could see them up here. Yeah, see, they have a wide range of products that they offer. They offer writing and task automation, so this is a traditional chatbot stuff for search and recommendations. They also have stuff that you could do with their frequently asked questions and answers chatbot. So when people come onto your website, this would be one down here. And they could offer different questions to your customers. Maybe they're asking questions about key things in your business. These chatbots here will give you the ability to answer those questions with actual data. So this is a knowledge agent, as you can see here. So it's like I said, this is probably the most complex one, but I also think there's a lot of businesses that are going to be using things like this in the future. I know Shopify has a couple of apps that you can integrate into your business, or it'll do chatbot stuff like this to talk to customers about your frequently asked questions in the business. But this is a totally different level of what that kind of stuff is. This is actually going to give you data driven from their businesses. And it's going to prioritize customer feedback. Like this is going to prioritize making sure who's ever asking this from the customer is getting legitimate results that they're looking for. So it's all about fine tuning. All right, so what is this doing? It's making AI accessible to internal businesses. The developer playground inside of Cohere is a sandbox where businesses can test AI without heavy coding. And if you guys watched my video last week, and some of the things that I talked about was you don't need to learn how to code anymore. These AI agents and these AI bots, like we just talked about with Perplexity, like I talked about with Grok, these AI bots know how to code now. There's no need for you to learn coding in, let's say, 6 to 12 months. And even 6 or 12 months, you're still a very beginner in the coding industry. You're not a professional coder from any means. If you learn how to prompt AI, you can be a way better coder than anybody who learned coding for 12 years will be. Prompting the AI to code for you the correct way will give you way better results than you could learn in 12 months. So that's kind of what Cohere is doing as well. You could build AI agents through its platform without learning how to code AI agents, because that's what it really is. You could use ChatGPT or Grok for coding, and they'll give you code. But Cohere has these plugins where once you use their platform and once you integrate it with your website, you're going to be able to just plug them in without knowing how to code, because you could use ChatGPT, you could use Grok, but you're going to have to use the APIs to be able to integrate that into your business, and that requires a little bit of coding. Cohere is kind of the middleman between that, where you could code chatbots depending on what the customer is looking for exactly, and then using their APIs, which is drag and drop, not coding, you could get that onto your website. So what are some of the real world applications of Cohere? So think about a customer support chatbots that don't sound robotic, so they sound legitimate, or HR tools that can scan resumes for the best fit for a position open at a company. Companies are already using AI to hire people, to do the interview process, to go through resumes like this just said. So Cohere is powering stuff like this, companies worldwide, and cutting cost and boosting efficiency across HR, across developers, all this kind of stuff. So this is an all-in-one platform, Cohere. So let's go to the solutions tab. Let's see what they have from a financial services. Right, so it's going to be able to take a lot of your data, a lot of your reporting, and use AI to analyze that data and then give you a view of your data that is going to be more visually appealing to improve knowledge management, reduce busy work and report running, accelerate product innovation. Right, so this is a very, very in-depth product. This is more of a business application than it is anything. I don't expect, if you're listening to this and you're just a small entrepreneur, I don't think this is really your cup of tea. I think Perplexity would be more along your lines. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about it because if you didn't ever hear of Cohere or you didn't work in a business that was using it, you probably would never even know about it. But these are the type of tools that are out there helping these businesses, and maybe you have a business that is going to grow over the next 2 to 3 years and you're going to be hiring HR people, you're going to be hiring people like that. Maybe this is a tool for you. So knowing more about these tools, and that's kind of the whole point of the Sunday conversation, is to continue to learn and to continue to see more ideas out there. So why is this different than other chatbots or any other thing that I talked about? So AI is everywhere, like we all know, but Cohere skips the hype of the practical tools. It's not gonna be that marketing style that's like, oh, you need this, you need that. They're not chasing the ChatGPT spotlight of every user needs this or every person needs to use this. That's not what they're for. Like I said before, they're building what businesses need. Specific industries are going to use this. IT departments, HR departments. Their focus is primarily on those industries and privacy because they're going to use customer databases for these businesses. So they're really taking a security data approach too. So they don't want to have 100 million users across 100 countries. They're more focused on specific industries and niches that they could get into, and then they could protect their data and analyze that data at a high level and give the customer the best results. All right, so just a couple of numbers on Cohere before we move on. So as of July 2024, they raised $500 million in Series D funding, $500 million, valuating their company at $5.5 billion as of September 2024. And they have a global footprint with offices in Toronto, San Francisco, and London. So all the big IT cities in the world, they're starting to get this. And who is this for? I think it's for business owners looking to downsize. Like I said, AI bots, HR reporting, IT teams, IT teams trying to keep up with the changing tides. And then this is for the people that you hear, unfortunately, that they want to take some jobs away from people and automate things with AI. These are the type of platforms that are doing it. Cohere, all right? So take a look into that, analyze it more, and let me know what you guys think. Any questions, guys? Those are 3 out of the 5 that I wanted to talk about today. Any questions? This is a cool one. This is one that I would love to use, love to learn how to use. And you can request a demo on this. I would definitely like to get more information on this one myself, just because I think it's so useful in so many use cases. All right, so before I jump into the final 2 businesses that I think are changing the world and changing how we work as business, just wanted to take the time to drop in the Taylor's Code because I see we got a couple of viewers in here across all platforms. If you guys aren't in the Taylor's Code, this is the type of stuff that we're working on and we're talking about every single day. It's about advancing your knowledge in these fields, whether it's Cohere, trying to improve your business you already have, or if you're trying to start a business, maybe you're trying to start an online business where you sell products. I'm in there talking about that stuff every single day. So get in there, get into the Taylor's Code. Link is in my description. Go check that out. We're talking about cutting edge technologies like this in the finance industries, cryptos, different investments, taking a look at that. Also building e-commerce brands where you guys could use tools like this that we're talking about today to increase your AI capabilities in today's day and age and to bring your business into more profitability. All right, so check out the Taylor's Code. The link is in my description for that. We'll get you guys into the community where you guys can connect with like-minded individuals as well. We also offer fitness. So if you guys are wanting to get involved in top-notch fitness programs, supplements to look your best, feel your best, feed your brain properly so you guys can come on here and work hard every single day without distractions, check out the Taylor's Code. All right, so that won't be the first time I talk about it, but that's just a little halfway plug here. All right, so let's move on to our next one, systematic. Systematic, let's see, let's allow some cookies here. Systematic uses AI to connect startups with investors, streamlining the messy world of fundraising with matching and market analysis tools to get investors connected with startups. So all these companies that we're talking about today are startups. So this is the startup helper of the startups. All right. So how it works. I just want to okay, yeah. So simplifying their headline is simplifying critical decision making. Right? So they're talking about IT solutions in all of these different sectors, intelligence, national security, renewability, really helping IT industries. What's going on, everybody? I see we got some people in the chat, on the Twitch. What's going on, everyone? All right, so systematic. Let's take a look through their company, who they are, and what they're doing. They're become an IT company that focuses on 6 core business areas: digital solutions, healthcare, defense, intelligence, national security, library and learning, renewables, and utilities. All right. I honestly don't have much to talk about with this one. I thought it was pretty cool from IT perspective. So let's see if we have some numbers here. So what are some of the problems that Systematic improves on? Eliminating businesses wasteful and chasing the wrong IT solutions. This is more of a consulting. They're not advertising it on their website, but they use AI solutions to generate these IT solutions for companies. So when they're looking to put in an IT solution for maybe, let's say, a healthcare company, they're running it across all of the company's IT programs in the business. And then they're using AI to scale that down of how can we simplify it? How can we make it streamlined, more efficient, easier? And I think they're really challenging the traditional IT industry, because a lot of IT industries are like, okay, we're going to hook you up with a computer system and hard drives, and we're going to run networks across different buildings, and that all that stuff's great. All that stuff works perfectly. Well, not perfectly. There is flaws in those systems, and that is where AI could come in and simplify those solutions. And it's going to take a consulting base to get in there and to help these people. But AI is going to really simplify that kind of stuff. So I really want to, I think it's important to know that they're still growing this industry, and they think predictive analysis with different startups can scale into large numbers. So they're going to help out these small companies, get them rolling. So this is really going to help smaller companies utilize IT. All right, so let's check out the final one of today. If you guys are enjoying this, if you guys would like me to do more of this, please let me know. We're going to talk through all different startups throughout this year. So let me know if you guys like this. This last one is AirWallex. I think I'm saying that right. AirWallex is how they pronounce it. So this is a fintech platform that simplifies global payments for businesses, offering multi-currency accounts, international transfers, and payment collections all in one place. So if you're running a large-scale business across the world where you're going to be collecting USD, Great British Pound, UAD, Australian dollar, or yen, or wherever you're collecting business or money from, AirWallex is going to give you that ability to simplify all that and bring it onto one platform. So let's bring up some of the talking points of this global payments and finance platform. So AirWallex lets you hold funds in 50 plus currencies and allows you to send and receive money to over 130 countries worldwide and accept payments from anywhere in the world at any time with low fees and real-time exchange rates. That's the key part, real-time exchange rates. So if you're changing money from USD to Australian dollar, there's an exchange fee that goes with that. And if you're going to do a wire transfer from a bank, it could take up to 2 weeks to do those wire transfers. But with AirWallex, you could do it instantly at the current exchange rate. So say you're a US startup paying a supplier in China. There's going to be no bank delays, no conversion costs or crazy conversion fees, but all of this can be done with just a click of AirWallex. So I think it's really cool from a B2B perspective. You're going to be sending money to suppliers. Traditional ways would have you bank wiring or wire transferring money to these people. But with AirWallex, you could get stuff done instantly. And where I like to see AirWallex go is eventually they're going to go into the crypto space and they're going to start bringing on those investments in those currencies. And they're going to bring those on as well, where you could start paying people in different crypto. That is the future of AirWallex. They're not going to promote that right here on the first landing page, but I guarantee you that's where they're going to go. So some key breakdowns of AirWallex would be their multi-currency debit cards, physical debit cards. So they integrate tools like QuickBooks, Shopify with your debit card. So say you run an e-commerce store through Shopify and you pay for everything through your debit card, one debit card or credit card. You link that in the AirWallex system, and say you're paying a supplier in Australian dollar or Chinese, right? You're paying them in overseas somewhere. So you have all this money on your US debit card or credit card that you're willing to spend, but once it gets to the supplier, it may be not what they were expecting or not what you were expecting to pay. AirWallex, once you connect it to your debit card or your credit card, it's going to automatically do that conversion for you, so you never have a difference in those dollar amounts. And I work with payroll systems where we pay people in the UK, we pay people in France, we pay people in Canada, and we pay them in US dollars, but there's conversion fees to that. So even salaries, if you're paying people across different currencies, it's not going to be the same as what you thought or what they thought. There could always be a difference that comes to mind. But I mean, if you're working strictly in US dollars, you can say, hey, I'm going to pay you in 200 USD, and maybe they understand that. They understand what they're getting into as 200 USD, but maybe they don't understand what that means in a Great British Pound. So the conversion might be different. Why this is important is because cross-border e-commerce is booming right now. E-commerce alone is a $6.5 trillion market around the globe, but banks still charge 3 to 5% on international transfers. So every time you're going to transfer a wire transfer to a different country, somewhere, it's going to be somewhere between a 3 and 5% charge on that transfer. AirWallex is slashing those fees, saving businesses millions of dollars and making the global economy a cheaper transfer of money from USD to whatever. It could be not even USD. Think about a yen to a Great British pound. Those conversions are different. Maybe you need to get money straight from your Chinese supplier to a customer for a refund. All right, you don't want to do that in USD because now you're taking double the fees from a yen to USD, back to USD to a Great British pound. So AirWalletX is going to give you guys a lot of different versatility in currency conversion. And I'm excited to see what they do from a crypto perspective because I know they're going to do it. They're too big in this industry to not do it. So what does the growth trajectory of AirWalletX look like? So as of today, March 2nd, when I pulled this number, they're valued at $5.5 billion after a $100 million raised in 2003 from their Series A funding. New features like payment automation shows they're chasing more things, and crypto. They've been talking about crypto in the past, adding more to their financial stack in their currencies that they are able to work with. So who do I see this working the best for? Number one would be large e-commerce sellers. So if you're selling a product in 56 countries with 42 different currencies, it's going to be good to get you guys on a payment system like this, so you know where all your money's coming from. I also see this working great for freelancers who maybe are freelancing out of where most freelancers work. I see a lot of freelancers working out of Bangladesh, out of India for services like that. And if you're paying them in USD, there could be some convergency issues there, or it could be anywhere. People could be working from anywhere. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, France, Italy. People are working from all over the world for other places. So I think if you have a team that you're paying out payroll in different currencies, this is a great platform for you guys to be using. All right. So that's it. That is all 5 of all the startups that I wanted to talk about today. I've been looking at these for a few weeks now, just trying to get something together that I could talk about these businesses all in one spot. AI is really dominant in this presentation today, but thanks for taking a look at those with me. Perplexity is redefining search with AI smart technology. Gumroad, fueling the creator economy with tools and community selling. Cohere, bringing practical AI solutions to businesses. Systematic, revolutionizing startup IT fundraising, so getting IT companies more support in their funding. And then AirWalletX, making global payments painless and simplified. So each one has a unique angle and serious potential in their industry. So you guys let me know below which one is your favorite. If you guys watched the full stream, which ones you guys will want more details of, and which ones you guys would like to see more analysis of. Drop them in the comments. All right. That is the 5 startups that I wanted to talk to today. I think Perplexly, and when I wanted to start off with that one is it has so much potential from a search engine perspective. You could really see a lot more information in a search with AI than a search with just a normal Google search. A normal Google search is just going to get you a couple of web pages talking about the process of whatever you're looking for. Whether you're looking for, like we did, quantum computing in-depth analysis, it might be hard for you to find, in-depth analysis about certain things because there might not be that much out there. But if you give it to AI and let the AI search and dig for it, all right, well, you're taking a lot of research out of your pocket and putting it into AI's hands. Nelsla, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Munchie, thanks for the diamonds on TikTok. All right. Any other questions, guys? Got a busy day today, catching up on a lot of stuff. Was a little bit under the weather on Friday and Saturday, but feeling better now. Get that coffee in. All right. Let's do a little current events. What X? All right. There's nothing nothing worth talking about on X today, this morning. What a mumbo jumbo. Jess, welcome into the TikTok live. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's all I had for today's live stream. I appreciate everyone joining in, tapping in. Like I said before, if you're not in the Taylor's Code, go check it out. Link in my description. Get in for $50 a month. With that $50 a month, you guys can learn so many different skills in so many different industries that it's going to pay you more than $50 in your first month. I guarantee it. From starting your own business to getting your first sale in e-commerce or your first sale in whatever you're selling, we have sales professionals working day in and day out to make sure that you guys are perfecting your speech, your script, whatever it might be. Again, talking about fitness, getting a fitness plan to get you in the best optimal shape is top-notch priority for some of us as well. Taking the best supplements available to get you guys feeling great. But that's all I had today. I'm going to also start streaming on Monday nights. So if you guys are following me here, check out. So make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be going live Monday nights as well. But that's all I had for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.